and gentlemen, we fucking did it! We fucking did it, dude! We actually defended fucking Super Earth from the Illuminate invasion! And when I say this was a fantastic event for the Helldivers community. I loved it so much. Meridia happening, destroying Moridash, Angel's Venture, and Ibis, the Illuminate popping out of the black hole like we all suspected was going to happen, but then taking Widow's Harbor, Trillion 5, New Haven, and then getting to Super Earth. This is insane, dude. This was an awesome and fun update to keep up with on the lore. For those of you who are unaware, I have been fighting the Illuminate for 3 fucking weeks straight, it feels like. And I am a squid diver. I really enjoy fighting them. They're fun. But I started to get really, really stuck in a rut when it came to fighting them. But I kept holding on because fighting on Super Earth was awesome for me. Not only did we fight on Super Earth, we got to see the Seaf, and the Helldivers and the Seaf got to fight for the first time together, which was awesome to see, man. And everything started going crazy. People were fighting about the bug divers because the bug divers were doing jack shit. Squid divers and the bot divers were all fighting on Super Earth. Then there was a bug major order that fucking failed, by the way. So if you're a bug diver that didn't help at all, you couldn't even do your own fucking MO. And what was even more insulting to them was there was then a major order for the bot front. And 20,000 Helldivers went towards the bot front to kill, 2 million or 20 million automatons to get metal scrap. Because during this Illuminate invasion, the DSS was taken down. Again, like usual. And I was part of the team that was like, oh, let's not go get the DSS, because aren't they just going to destroy it again like they've done every time we put it on an Illuminate planet? No, I was wrong. Not only did the bot divers get everything back online, they came back to help for the last stand of Super Earth, dude. With the DSS. It was so cool and so cinematic. I wish there was like a cutscene for it. Like if we finished an MO in this awesome way, that this would like generate a cutscene of some sort. And it was so cool. Meanwhile, the bug divers are still bug diving. And I've been hearing the excuse of, well, we need oil or we need E710 or else we can't defend. No, they're not at our doorstep. They're in our fucking walls, man. They're in the walls. So no, we really needed as many people as possible. We actually failed one of the major orders for defending Super Earth, and I was scared that meant that we were going to fail the whole thing completely. There was 6 or 7 major cities on Super Earth, and only 2 of them were standing. Prosperity City and Equality on Sea, or as it was known by some people, Super Shanghai or Super China. It was so funny though when York Supreme, which is the American version of like Super Earth, it was New York City essentially. All the Americans were trying to get everybody off Equality at Sea to go defend York Supreme because, you know, USA #1, yada yada yada. York Supreme was one of the fastest ones to fall. Equality on Sea, or at sea, one or the other, held the entire duration of the invasion. The Helldivers of China, dude, held on tight. Now, some of them got a little bit rowdy, and some of them started to downvote the game on Steam because they simply couldn't take it back. I was under the assumption that we could take a city back by 100% and we would hold the city, and that's how you won the MO. Some of the developers or someone on Discord started telling everybody, like, the Illuminate are going to keep invading no matter what. You cannot take a city 100%. I guess that makes sense to keep the MO going for the entire duration. Otherwise, if we took one city, we can let all the other ones fall with no issues. And that made sense. And once they said that, I think people calmed down. I hope people are removing their downvotes again because, come on, we can't downvote every single time something goes wrong, guys. We really can't. Only for the important things. Once that was explained, it made perfect sense. Yeah, they're going to keep attacking the city. That makes sense. Not only that, we also had some lore drop, and the fucking president of Super Earth was fighting, and he was fighting or he was in a bunker, one or the other, and he fucking died in action. And they gave him such a badass, like, thing, like, telling us how he died. He basically was found with an empty pistol and a bunch of Illuminate forces all around his body. That motherfucker went down swinging, dude. God bless. And then the Ministry of Defense took over for like 2 days, and then the new president was unanimously announced. By the time that all happened, the Illuminate forces were starting to get lower and lower and lower, to the point where the Illuminate forces the bar was down to 0 that I tried to show you in my last video. And they backed off. They all flew away, the remaining forces flew out and left Super Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, we have defended Super Earth proudly. And before you say it, all the people who are like, oh, this was a scripted event, we were going to win it, we were going to, like, it was never going to be lost. First off, no, that's not true. Leaked audio files from the game, and I'm not going to play them here, obviously, showed that we had 2 options. Like, there was audio for what happens if Super Earth failed. We could have failed this MO. So all the people trying to justify not fighting on the MO, we could have lost this. Like, that was entirely plausible. Did it have a low chance? I'll agree, it probably did. But what the hell, like, they said, like, we found it. Like, I don't think this game is as scripted as people are complaining, because we have lost MOs before, like we have, and stuff has happened, or we don't get an upgrade, or anything of that sort. So, to all the people that are saying it's scripted, I don't think it's as scripted as you really think it is. And I'm really happy that we found those leaked audio files to show us that, yeah, we could have lost. Not only could we have lost, apparently the devs have mentioned either in a live stream or an update of some sort, I can't find the video, that they said if we lost Super Earth, that's it. There's no other Super Earth. If you played Helldivers 1, basically if you lost the MO, which I think they're losing non-stop now, so you can just go check it out because there's like no one playing, Super Earth will literally explode, and it'll say we need to find a new Earth, and they'll find another Super Earth, and the whole map resets. They said Helldivers 2 will not be doing the same thing. Now, what could that mean? That could mean that either the game shuts down, which I don't think they'll do, I'm going to be honest. I don't think they'll do that because they'd be losing a lot of money, unless they're not making money, depending on what you talk to them about. Or we would just find a different planet to call home. I don't know. We don't know. But they straight up said, yes, you could lose Super Earth, and no, there's not another one. Not only that, these motherfuckers, when they left, they scorched Mars, dude. New Haven, Widow's Harbor, and Pylon 5. They scorched it, so we can't go back. I want to go back to Mars. Like, what the fuck? I was really hoping we were going to fight on Mars. I was so excited for that, but no. Mars was so tiny that they just scorched it. And there's this cool poster, I'll put it up here now, that I've seen. I want to hang it on my wall, honestly. And it's an Illuminate holding Mars, and it says Avenge Mars. I really want that. I really want to print that out and actually hang it up. But the war for Super Earth is finally over. And now that leads us to the next question. What's next? As of right now, the recording of this video, there is no major order, and there's been no major order for a couple of days now. If I'm going to be honest in a gameplay perspective, they're probably just giving everybody a minute to play whatever faction they want with bot divers, bug divers, stuff like that. The Illuminate are nowhere to be found on the map as of right now, but it's really quiet. I really hope we get something for beating this MO. I hope we get a new cape, a new weapon, and more than anything, I want a new war bond really quickly. Not only about that, before I let you guys go, they did buff the Masters of Ceremony armor, and they made it better, dude. Not only does it have the Lin thing, which is kind of useless anyway, because you still take the full health damage, they gave us a 30% primary reload speed on the armor, and they gave us a 50% melee damage boost increase. So we got the best of like the Commando divers and some of the Urban Legends divers, all now in the Masters of Ceremony Warbond, making this armor really good to use, and I love it, dude, especially because a rifle came out with a bayonet, and you're not going to give us a melee passive? So, the Masters of Ceremony Warbond, I will say right now, is absolutely worth getting. The armor passive alone is really nice, and plus you look dripped out as fuck. Now, they could just add something to the flag, please. At least give it a little bit more reach. Like I said, I think it just needs to be a little bit longer, and then I'd be okay with it. I still would like a passive buff and all that stuff, like everyone's been saying. But I don't know if they'll do that. If they would have done it by now, especially if they're going to update the armor passive. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next, dude. And maybe I'll keep making these videos about it because people are checking them out. But dude, this MMO was so fun. It really was. And I'm really happy I got to be part of it, and I got to be part of it a lot. Now, if you need me, I will be heading back to the bot front to fucking scrap more metal. I have been craving spilling oil. Plus, we're about to take Galaver, which I've been fighting on since last night, which is awesome. I can't wait to see that in person again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please go ahead and leave a like on the video below. Comment what's your favorite part of the Helldivers MO. Were you a bot diver, squid diver, MO diver, or any other diver? And tell us why you think the bug divers should be executed for their treason. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and check out the YouTube membership section for the Juby Scott channel. We now have access to a bunch of stuff for both tiers, and I can't wait to see you all there and enjoy the exclusive gifts that I have for you. Plus, it would help me grow this channel more and help me produce videos more often. So please, go ahead and consider it. It would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next video.